Nick Lewis here with Leo Ferry of Salisbury men's basketball to talk a little bit about your background in the game and your background and how you got here to Salisbury. Obviously, a little bit of a unique condition that you've had to sort of battle with through your life. If you want to just talk a little bit about your situation.
Yeah, so I was born with only 5% of a diaphragm and only a 20% chance of survival. So off of birth, I was told I would never be able to play sports and I would never be able to compete in physical activities. And as well as that, I was raised with very different conditions than most. I had to couldn't attend preschool with other kids because it was unsafe for me, the doctors felt, and I had to be cared for by a home health nurse every day just to make sure I was surviving and breathing because I wasn't supposed to survive in the first place.
So obviously there's a big jump from that to playing collegiate basketball. Yeah. Talk a little bit about how that transition happened, obviously when you first found out, when you started to foray into getting to play organized sports again.
Yeah, so my father actually is a head basketball coach over at UMBC in Maryland, another Division I school. And growing up, he's always been a basketball coach. And my brother was a college basketball player. Both my sisters played basketball their whole lives, so keeping me on the sidelines was impossible. You know, how are you going to keep me off the sidelines when I was basically born with the ball in my hands? So, the older I got, the more I played. It started off just shooting in the front yard with my brother, and it became just, my dad, my parents realizing like this kid can play, he really enjoys the game, so we'll sign him up, we'll talk to the doctors, we'll gradually get him into it. And, the older I got, the better I got. I never really let the condition define me. I never really let, what someone would call a disadvantage, I would never let it define who I am as a person. I just kept pushing. I made it feel like, if I was told I can't do something, I want to show everybody else that, you can do it too. So that's just where it came from, and I just kept working, and it brought me here. So. Yeah,
so obviously you went on to lead Long Island and made three-pointers, have quite the high school career, average over 20 points. Talk a little bit about that high school success and when you started to think about playing ball at the collegiate level.
Yeah, so I've always loved basketball. From the first time I touched basketball, it's been my favorite thing to do. Me and my dad just getting shots from the front yard, or me and my friends playing after school. And for me, it was always playing college basketball. That was always my goal. That's always what I was pushing towards. I know it didn't seem likely off of what I was given at birth, the odds I was given, but I just pushed for it. I really wanted to do it. And I think a big part of me being where I am today was my tremendous coaching staff in high school and at the AAU level. Shout out Crown Basketball. And just the guys I was blessed to play with. Such amazing people, such amazing teammates. And I feel like them pushing me, as well as the support I got from my parents, is really the reason I'm here right now. I have to give it to them before I really say what I've done myself.
So to kind of to wrap things up here, and again, thank you for taking the time to share your story. For all the young athletes out there who want to play a sport, whether basketball or otherwise, who may be going through something similar or other kind of condition, the odds against them, what would you say to those young athletes?
Bet on yourself. Never let anybody tell you can't do something, and just keep pushing. There's always going to be a brighter side to everything, and you can do it.
All right, Leo, thanks for taking the time. Really appreciate it, man.